Many prophecies have alluded to the coming pole shift, which is a known date and thus was wedded to the millennium. In many prophecies, as 2003 comes so close on the heels of the year 2000. In addition to prophecies written years ago, there are many valid channels who are writing warnings about the coming times and contactees reporting similar visions. At times, the prophecies seem to differ, and this causes consternation among those reading them and looking for firm guidance during troubled times. The periodic cataclysms that the earth endures are reflected not only in the earth's geology and the written and spoken legends of her peoples, they are woven into the warnings muttered by prophets. Invariably, prophecy gets packaged for the intended audience. But if one reads beyond the surface for the deeper meaning, one will find a remarkably similar theme. Compare the Hopi Indian, Mother Shipton, and Oasfe descriptions of the forthcoming time of destruction and death with the scientific analysis done by Sitchin and Velikovsky, and one will find time after time that they correlate. Yet the Hopi had no contact with Mother Shipton, nor she with the Ohio dentist who wrote the Oasve, and Sitchin and Velikovsky moved in different circles and during different eras. Therefore, dwell less on the trivial differences in their prophecy and more on the similarities. Umthasmas. It is like the proverbial blind men walking about the elephant, each describing a different feel of the object they have encountered. What is the truth? In fact, all is truth, but one must sort it out by seeing the similarities, not the differences. For instance, the blind men groping at the elephant could all report the same skin feel, the same height of the beast, that it felt warm, was alive. They could likewise have reported each from their position that this felt like a leg, or moved as though not supporting the beast as in a trunk or an ear. This is the approach that those reading prophecy or channeled work should take. Where has the coming shift been reported with some accuracy in ancient or recent writings? The Bible in Revelations is often quoted and is most definitely reporting the occurrence of a pole shift. Hail, quakes, volcanoes, fire from the sky, meteors and waters turn bitter and red with the red dust. Often the appearances from the sky are described as creatures, such as a dragon or lion or scorpion. Imagine a frightened populace seeing firestorms descending upon them, whipped by winds, and hearing the earth moan about them as the crust resisted separating from the core. The Bible was describing a scene for primitive peoples without the science knowledge of today and without communications capabilities to know what the rest of the world was experiencing. The Oaspe describes pole shifts accurately, and Mother Shipton has placed her warning with great detail. There are also many valid channeled works which avoid mention of the shift due to the propensity of the entities channeled or the channel itself some simply cannot bear to be the bearers of bad tiding. Regarding the Bible's mention in Revelation of the mark in the forehead related to those who would be saved, this is often interpreted to mean those of faith who follow the rules put forth by their Christian leadership. Following rules, as we have stated repeatedly, is not the same as being a service to other individual. The mark referred to is an implant to be put into the bodies of those in the service to other orientation who have accepted the offer of assistance during the hour of the shift. Implants, as we have stated, are locating devices to expedite the process during that hurried time. There is also confusion about 3 days of darkness versus the week of rotation stoppage we have predicted. Why 3 days? A human in shock, experiencing stoppage without knowledge of why this is occurring, will have some delays in their sensory intake. Lack of sleep will mean that a night has not passed, and anxious people do not sleep well. Thus a week has been compressed in general understanding of the human ability to measure time when the sun does not rise or set to be 3 days. That 3 days, not 7, appears in so many prophecies is an indication that many groups visiting Earth and wishing to help mankind during this time talk to each other and share their interpretations